my first time planting in the bucket as opposed to pot. So I'm going to be showing how I'll be doing it based on what I've researched and all that good stuff. First thing you want to make sure is that the bucket you're using, the bucket that is safe for planting stuff. Okay, because not every bucket is food safe. All right, the next thing you want to do is make a hole in the center or close to the center. See right here, there's a bump there, so I'm going just right beside it, not not in the center. Okay, and then you're gonna do a hole first, starting from 12, 6, 9. So it's 12, 3, 6, 9. That's how we're gonna make a hole. All right, so north, south, east, west, pretty much. All right, so that's what we're gonna do now. All right. All right. We need to have proper drainage. So right now, this is what I've done. As I'm gonna go around another level like this and make another set of holes. All right. Come out. Come out. Because the holes are a little bit small, by the way. That's why I'm doing it that way. Uh, Alrighty. So now I have 9 holes in total. As long you also want to make sure they have enough drainage. I'm gonna 10, 10, 11, and 12. I made 12 drainage holes in the hole. Well, that's why. Of course, if you have one big hole, they may not need to do this. So this is the hole I've made right now. Next thing I'm gonna be doing is pouring in the soil. And when it comes to the soil, you want to make sure you're using the potting mix. All right. Again, when it comes to the soil, you want to make sure you're using a potting mix. That means you're using the soil that is fit for pots. All right. In this case, I'll be using, let me pull it up. I'm using a Kellogg's potting mix, which is right here, upside down, as you guys can see. Um, so they're going to be planting many pots. That's why I got a very huge one. I'm not sure they come in smaller sizes. But in any case, this is for all natural raised bed and potting mix. So you want to make sure you're getting a soil that is fit for a flower pot or pot. Welcome, Arab. Arab. Hey, hey, how are you? Today we're planting in the bucket for the very first time. So based on many things I've researched and all that, I'm basically following the instruction to see how it goes. The very important thing again is to ensure one, that you're using a potting mix, and then two, that you put in some kind of compost inside. All right. Today we're going to be using the Kellogg's All Natural Raised Bed and Potting Mix. I use this for my ashwagandha plant and it's doing well with a mixture of something else. And we're also going to be mixing this potting mix with earthworm casting. This is the fertilizer, organic fertilizer. All right, so let's get to it because we don't have much time. You know me, I'm always in a hurry. I get like 20 minutes every time. So want to make use of our time. For those who are just joining, I already just drilled hole in here using a driller. And now I'm putting in the soil. Here's what the soil looks like. Okay. See why you need to put some fertilizer in that thing. We're gonna be here forever. I keep doing it this way. Right. Do I have my little pot? Let me get a little bowl to to transport what the soil. Okay. So what I'm gonna be doing is that I'm not gonna just leave it add just soil. I'm gonna be mixing it with fertilizer with one casting. About there's a particular ratio you might want to do. I'm just eyeballing it pretty much. Let's see if I can carry this now. Oh, can't carry. Can't carry it. It's too heavy for me. I'll keep going this way. If you have any questions, let me know. Once this is halfway full, then I'm going to put in the earth warm casting. Hey, hey, I like your stream. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. For those who are just joining again, we are um planting in the bucket for the very first time. And what entails in that is to ensure that your buckets are safe for planting in, because not all bucket are. There's something called HPD, HPDE or HDPE something. But when you turn over the bucket, you see a number there beside HPDE. I think that's what it is. Yeah. And that number tells you what grade the soil is and if it's good for, you know, the bucket is and if it's good for planting. All right. All right. This is quite heavy. So I'm already halfway through here. I'm gonna go ahead and do some compost addition right now. Gonna add some more casting to it. I'm gonna just do a handful right now. Because the more it gets, it's gonna be just a handful for now. To mix it in. I'm gonna put a little water. That's just me. That's how I did mine. I mixed a little bit of water. Because when you put the soil and it's dry, it feels like you sometimes you think that you've filled up the bucket, but once water starts getting into it, you realize that hey, actually they didn't have enough soil. So that's why I'm putting in some water. Just to give it some moist. Give it some moisty in the soil. Now I'm gonna add more of this soil. I wish I had a bigger one so I could just pour it and be done. Try to get it most. And today what I'm going to plant in this box is what's called a jute leaf. Don't be like me. This takes forever, like doing it like this. Get yourself a nice bowl. A nice big bowl of your strong pour it at once. All right. So this is almost full this way. Now what I'm going to do is now add another set of warm casting. To you might say fill it up, but I'm gonna massage it into the soil. Massage it a little bit and add some water. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Give me a second. All right, so see. So now we've done our mix. It consists of potting mix as well as fertilizer. Again, when it was halfway in, I put in worm casting. That's the fertilizer we're using. And now we have topped it up, and I filled it all the way after it being half. I filled it all the way, um, like 3/3, or no more than 3/3. Let's say 7/8, with more of the potting mix. And then now, lastly, I will be mixing it a little bit of water again. You see these water bubbles that come up? Let me show you. Oh, you missed it. See that? Yeah. When you put in the plant, that's why I prefer to mix the soil before I put in the plant, because that's gonna happen, and soon the water won't go all the way. All right. So that's why I mix my soil. That's just me. And another way to save on soil is to put things like wood, branches of trees all the way at the bottom layer. That way you don't have to put in as much soil. That's another way to save on soil. Okay. So I didn't have much time to do that today. It's going around searching for branches and stuff. Hence why I just did this method where I'm just sharing with you guys right now. Where I just poured all the soil. Okay. All right. Maybe the next bucket, when I have time to search for branches, I'll be showing you guys another way to fill up your buckets. Okay. And save on cost. Then lastly, the last part of today's live is I'll be showing you guys how I'm transplanting the jute plant, seedlings rather. All right, from its small base here to this base here. Jute is traditionally in my country is known as a wedu, but the English name is jute. The scientific name escapes me. All right. Plant is getting very moist, nice and moist. I'm gonna show you once I'm done. Show you what the moist stuff looks like. All right. Okay, I think we're good. We're good. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes. Again, for those who are just joining, this is a combination of worm casting and potting mix. All right. And as it has hole in the bottom, the beauty of this is when you put it on the ground, you put it on the ground where there's like soil, like on the grass, worms will find their way in here and help you with fertilizing. That's the beauty of doing it here. Okay. All right. I really need to I'd like to get another set of gloves, the ones that are easy for me to manipulate. This. So I'll be back. Right. Okay, I'm back. You guys can still see that this thing is a little bit not filled all the way to the brim. And to be honest with you, I like to fill it all the way to the brim. So I'm going to be adding more of the purple. Just so I can get to the level that I want. Like I said, you see, if you noticed, once you put in that water, you realize that it's not as much as you think it is. So that's why it's good to put water. So the water shows you how much soil you really put inside. That's what the water does. There we go. Let's fill it all the way. I'm working it in. I'm working it in. See what it looks like without moisture? Okay. Once I mix it up with the water that's in there, you see what it feels like. You see the difference. All right. Again, because we are creating our own structure here, we have to introduce what we want to help it grow. And one of it is a fertilizer, hence the worm casting. La 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 la. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Okay, now I like it. It's full now. And this is what we're talking about. Okay, so now it's full. This is what we're transplanting in here. All right, and let's get to it. So I gently pick this up from its location. Oh, where's this? This one doesn't have any. I have so many of this. This is not a good candidate for me. My transfer. Now let's find a better candidate. Come on, come on. All right, there's so many of them joined together. So I'm gonna dig my finger deep like this and then gently pull it out so I can get what I'm looking for. Okay, so here's one candidate with its root there. I use my finger and press in, just my finger like this, and make the hole, and then I put it in. All right, making sure the leaves are up outwards. Let me see. Can you guys see? I'm trying to move close. Wonderful. Uh-oh. All right, wonderful. All right, so next is the other one. I love to leave space between them. And because we're going to be frequently harvesting on this jute right here, I'm planting multiple at a time. I'm using like the square foot gardening calculation in my mind. Like with square foot, this is about a square foot. You can plant up to 5 or 6. So that's what I'm going to be doing. About 6 of them. Excuse me. Again, make a hole to bury the roots and then plant like so. Okay. Same thing here. See, they're so close together. I'm going to separate it again. Separating it. That's the see the root right there. That root must go inside. Okay. I think I'm gonna plant an extra one because I'm not impressed by the one there I put. The other ones have more. The root systems are better for the other ones compared to the first one I did. So see the root system. Yeah, I'm gonna take that one I put in there out. Right. It doesn't have a good rooting compared to the other ones. So let me get something with a better root system. Okay. There we go. There we go. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Uh-oh, what's that? Okay, there we go. Okay. So this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have six plants in here for the jute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Guys, and that's pretty much it for planting in a bucket. Pretty straightforward. Of course, once you're done planting, do give it some water. I'm gonna get a little bit of water to water it with. And that's it. That's it, guys. Pretty straightforward. Hope you guys found the video useful. I'm definitely gonna be looking at this video myself later on. Right now, I'm just moving these things around and taking out the ones that are not as strong, because I'll be also growing the rest of this in here. So I'm moving them around in this case. Unfortunately, I've overplanted, which I'm never gonna do again. Now that it's my first time planting jute, but now that I've seen how it operates, I'm not gonna do that again, whereby I plant way too many. I've given some out, I've donated some, and I still have a lot. The one I'm doing right now is actually a donation. It's not even mine. That's a donation. I'm helping somebody with that. And still, I have so many. Can you imagine? Yeah, it grows like crazy, guys. It grows like crazy. And I want to say though, the soil, the starter kit I used, I think played a role in how this grew so very fast. That's my own humble opinion, guys. All right. I want to remove all the blocks from the way. The ones that didn't grow well, so these ones can grow. I want to give this one's chance to grow properly. So I'm taking out the ones that are not necessarily. I'm going to put one in the center here. I'll call it a day for this one, yeah? There we go. Okay. Guys, do not judge, don't judge, don't judge. This is survival of the fittest right now. I hate to waste this plant. I hate to waste this. But I have to allow the other ones to grow. I'm doing this, I'm not happy about it. I have to let the other ones grow. Hence why I'm doing this, okay? All right. See them? All right. All right, guys. And that's pretty much it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you do subscribe, do hype the video, share it. And I'll see you in the next live.